Can you hear me? I'm feeling better. Just the headaches I have. The headaches do not want to go away. My body is there, you know. We have been looking for a new vehicle to go out in. Uh, an update to yesterday. I appreciate everybody that was positive when they were sending all the messages to me. Uh, but the problem is, it's all about the insurance now. My insurance company said it could take a week, all to the next 4 months, depending on how long it takes them to go through everything. So everybody was saying, well, your insurance this, your insurance that. I cannot sue a guy if they can't find the guy. He got arrested at 5 a.m. that next morning and was released by 4 p.m. that same day. So I don't want to hear about suing him or suing the owner because they're gone. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, everybody that has donated. Uh, so when it comes down to all of that about sue this, do that, how is it going to take you this long to do this and do that? Well, now you know. I can only say what's going on, what we're hearing. And yes, I did have a lawyer. And like the lawyer told me, he goes, you'd probably get better money without having a lawyer involved than I would with a lawyer involved because of the fact the lawyer has to take their percentage. Right? Wrong. It's right. So everybody that's been coming at me with all the negative bullshit, your case was probably different than my case. I got hit by a 26-year-old dude that is back out on the street the same day that he got arrested. He had no driver's license. I've pulled up his record. I've got the police report in hand. So it is what it is. I have to wait for my insurance to do their jobs. Like they said, could take a week, it could take up to 4 months. So everybody talking about insurance this, insurance that. It's all my insurance has got to. Everything that's going to be done now is done with my insurance. I have talked to the DA. I told the lady at the DA's office that if he does go to court, I want to be notified. They said it will. You will have a notification if he shows up. But as of right now, there is no court date set on this guy. I'm gonna play a song if it works. I don't know what's going on. Everything seems to not wanting to work tonight. So I gave you guys an update yesterday to let you guys know what was going on. 90% of the comments were good. We had a few people that came in there acting a fool. And the few that came in thinking they were Billy Badass, well, they're no longer part of the team or no longer part of the family. They have been banned. So if you have any negativity towards me on what happened, hey, so far so good. If you want to stay around, hey, be good. Keep the negative out. My shoulders hurt, still hurts. I go Friday to figure out what's going on. I get all the results on Friday when I go to the doctor. Uh, the Yukon is totaled. My brain hurts. I still get constant headaches throughout the day. But I did go out yesterday, start looking for a car. So now I got to come up with the money for the down payment. And no, I'm not going to put my wife's car back on the street and stream in it. So I don't want to hear, well, you got cars. Yeah, I do. But I'm not going to stream in nothing smaller than what I got hit in. If not, I'm going to go bigger. So as long as you guys Stick around. Thank you for the support. I will be back. We are going to be making a comeback as soon as I possibly can. I'm ready. Other than the headaches, I'm ready. Everything's a constant headache. Come on, you damn. I did order the parts to fix the big camera, so I'm gonna have to open it up and put the new HDMI piece into it, so the HDMI so it'll pick up on HDMI again. So in the camera, the HDMI was destroyed internally in the camera, so it doesn't have any HDMI connection. The camera works; it will record video, but it will not broadcast because I can't get from the HDMI from the camera to the YOLO box. So I got to replace the HDMI port. So when the parts get here, I'm going to open the camera up, take the old HDMI out of it, and put the new HDMI piece back in. Will work for donations. Like I tell everybody, you don't have to donate. It is what it is. I'm not going to beg nobody to donate. If you want to help support it, if you want to help me get back on my feet, you can. You don't have to. I'm not going to beg you to. And with all the negative comments that I've gotten over this accident, it wasn't my fucking fault to begin with. So don't blame me on something that I had no control over. Because if I would have had control over this accident, it would have ended a whole lot different. It would never happen. I've been going through thousands and thousands of messages on the page and my personal page talking about karma this, karma that. Well, it is what it is. If the ones that want to say karma, I hope this never happens to you. But hey, it is what it is, right? And nothing's working here. Let me reset my tablets.
Bluetooth disconnected.
I'm feeling better, just the headaches. My body is healing. It's just the headaches that I'm getting that's kicking my ass. But yeah, like I'm stating right now, I'm going to state this again. My insurance is taking over the case. My lawyer stated I had a lawyer involved, but like the lawyer stated to me, it would be easier now to deal with it by ourselves than have a lawyer involved due to the fact that the lawyer would have to take a 15 to 30% take on all the settlements. So my lawyer is not trying to cheat us out of he's trying to get us as much as we can possibly get without having to take any kind of a cut out of it. So on my part, my lawyer did me a hell of a note. So me, I have been on the phone with my insurance getting this dealt with to help get Mutt taken care of and myself taken care of. So I am going to state from here, my insurance company is whatever. I'm not gonna say the name of my insurance company, but me and them been having some massive issues going down over this situation.
Bluetooth connected.
I'm not gonna say everything that's going on, but Mutt will be taken care of. I'm the one that's gonna be suffering over it. And once I have all the money put together, I will be getting a new truck to be back out on the street again. I don't know how long that's going to take, but it will be, it is all in the process of getting done. Let you get a shot, Seshi? A shot of what? Some Jameson that's back there somewhere? It's back there somewhere. But my tablet keeps airing out. I don't understand it. Airplane audio. I'm not doing call-ins tonight because I can't get none of my stuff to work right now at this moment. Everything's airing out. So I'm still having some issues with a couple of my tablets not wanting to connect and do what they're supposed to do. And don't say you haven't paid your bill because Bluetooth ain't part of a bill. And yes, I have paid my bills. Mother. But I do want to say thank you to everybody for your continuous support and blessings and prayers, helping me when you guys donate, helping me support my family while we're in this issue. And like it's been said, this was my only source of income in the streaming. So all I do is stream. I don't have another job other than the streaming industry. So yes, this is my way of supporting me and my family. Mud is getting better day by day. Michael, no, my big camera's having issues. I had to order the parts to fix the HDMI port on it. So once the parts get here for that, it will be working again once I get them all put together and the time to put it to sit down and fix it. But my body still has a twitch because of the brain injury, so I still have a twitch in my body from the injuries.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
What the hell's going on? Nothing's wanting to connect. Nothing's wanting to play. No, I don't have no scanners running at all right now. If I hear a scanner, I want to go run calls. And how am I going to run calls? Chevrolets. So I haven't even turned the scanner on. They're all sitting in boxes, in the boxes that I had them in when we got them out of the car. Yeah, everything's showing error. Error playing audio. So I don't know what's going on. Come the. All right. Everybody knows that I was in an accident. Messenger being. So Messenger's updating. That's what's wrong. So I was in an accident on Friday the 14th. What? Week and a half ago now? I got rear-ended by a drunk driver. My mind is still not all together. My brain still hurts. I still get the massive headaches. My body is healing. I'm able to do more. But when I get a headache, I just got to relax and think about it. So I am kind of itchy. Not itchy. I get aggravated real easy. Yes, they did. I did have a massive concussion. My brain did swell. Yes. And when we got the police report, I have never seen a police report so screwed up in my life. The officer that did the police report said I was doing 40 miles an hour, and the guy that hit me was doing 40 miles an hour. Explain that. How all of us was doing 40 miles an hour at the point of impact. So yeah, I get irritated real quick lately, and it ain't good. And then they only put on the police report that there was only one injury in the accident, that pretty much I wasn't injured, even though I was transported with a concussion, that there was only one injury, one injured part in the car. The police report is so screwed up, it's pathetic. Yes, still saying error. The whole damn thing is still saying error playing audio on all of my tablets. Here. So, right here's the police report. I can't give the guy's name because, he is protected by law. But they did put on it a DUI injury. But another officer said speed was so movement proceeding collision, proceeding straight, slowing to stopping. Vehicle 1 had been drinking, vehicle 2 had not been drinking. So they did confirm I wasn't drinking. Um, but the guy that hit us continuously kept stating that we struck him and he didn't hit us. We hit him and not him hitting us. So then they said party number 2, which is me, was injured and did not provide a statement. Area of impact determined by an abrupt change of direction and skid the debris in the roadway. At the 400 block of H is north, south, whatever they want to say, with 2 lanes of travel in each direction. The north and southbound lanes are separated by 2 solid double lines. Northbound H has 1 left-hand turn storage lane for westbound Palm. Southbound H has 1 leftbound for Palm. The northbound and southbound road rates are whatever the hell that word is. The 1700 block of Palm is east-west, blah, blah, blah. So they were dispatched at 21:59 hours regarding an injury, motor vehicle collision. When I arrived, I noticed Bakersfield City, the fire and hall ambulance personnel were on scene tending to P2, which is party 2. Maxwell attempted to speak to P2 but was not able to attain a statement due to his injuries. P1, which was the guy that hit me, who showing signs of being under the influence of alcohol, conducted a DUI investigation, which they didn't even give us the paperwork on his DUI. Only thing they stated was at the hospital that he was 2 times the legal limit. But he kept stating that I was the one at fault, that I struck his car at a high rate of speed. So when they conducted a DMV records check on me, since I just had my license renewed on the 13th of March, that they revealed my driver's license was expired. The reason why they're saying that is because in the vehicle, I could not find the white piece of paper. You know what that is, right? When you renew your license, they give you a white piece of paper stating that your license have been renewed, but you haven't got the hard copy of your driver's license yet. You guys know that, right? So since I wasn't able to obtain my license and hand it to them, they was quick to say that my license was expired, which it's a bullshit. So they impounded my vehicle saying that I didn't have a driver's license when I did. An hour and a half later, we got a phone call saying it was a clerical error by the Bakersfield Police Department, that they found out I did have a license, but it was a clerical error in the system. So they said, we're not going to impound your vehicle, but it's already been towed, so now you got to pay to get your vehicle out of the impound lot. So thank you, BPD, for doing that for me. Even though I had a tow truck within 5 minutes already, was on scene, waiting to take my car to my lot to where they could come, my insurance company could come see it at a later time instead of me having to pay for impound fees. And when I went back to the impound lot to get my equipment out of it, the rest of what was in it, I was told that since while it's on the impound lot, I cannot do no forceful opening of the vehicle, that I can't forcefully open anything. So I wasn't able to get stuff out. If I could open the doors and get stuff out, I could do it. But if I have to force anything open, well, I'm shit out of luck. So now I got to wait for my insurance company to pick it up at the tow yard, take it to LA so they can do all the investigation on it. And that's where the time comes in because the guy that's doing the investigations is on vacation right now. So it could take up to a week for him to get, but he's not due back until next month. So they say it could take up to 4 weeks. So that's where the 4 weeks comes in. They have to do the investigation on the vehicle to, other than the pictures that I sent them, to state, oh, it is totaled. Here you go. But I did tell them I want it back when they're done with their investigation because of what I'm going to do with it. I've already been looking for a trailer to put it on, to mount it on, to be able to transport it around to events for drunk drivers. So once we get it back, we'll get it set on a trailer, mounted down to a trailer to where it won't come off or do nothing like that. So we could transport it from event to event, to show what happens when a drunk driver feels like they want to go drink and drive. What could happen? So that's what we're working on. And here you go. Here's a song.
Yeah, I'm cruising down the street. Confidence in me. Yeah, they wanna drive me, so try me, but you won't get by me. Cause I'ma keep doing my dance, live it up with my friends. I'ma keep rolling strong, and I'ma keep rolling on. They try to ruin my day, they try to drive in my lane. There's things I wish I could say.
All the footage.
Lost a few friends along the way, but keeping it classy changes things. From rocks to diamond rings, through all the highs and lows, everybody knows I went through it all to grow. Tell me what's the point of being trashy? Nobody wanna be around you. They try to ruin my day, they try to drive in my lane. There's things I wish I could say. Oh, but I'm classy, not trashy. Going up, 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 classy, not trashy.
So that's what's going on, and that's the update, as good as I can give for that. So now we're waiting. So when I talk to the DA, they're like, well, call back in 2 weeks. Right now, there's nothing on the list. There's nothing on the books for this guy. There's nothing on the books for this guy right now for him to have any updated court date because they're so packed with what's been going on other than my case that there's too much. So they're 2 weeks out before they could do any kind of charging the guy. But like I said, they arrested him 5 o'clock Saturday morning, right? They booked him at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. By 4 p.m. Saturday afternoon, he was posted bond and was back on the street. So somebody or somewhere has the time and the money to do this for the guy. But the name that we have, the addresses that we've gotten, one of the houses that we have an address for that is supposed to be up to date is all boarded up. The house is boarded up, condemned on one of the addresses. The other address is up on the market being sold. And there's nothing to state their names on any of these properties. So we know we don't own nothing. Neither guy, the owner of the car or the guy that hit me, have any kind of property at stake here. We know that the guy that owns the car didn't have insurance on it, and we know the driver of the car didn't have insurance on it. The driver of the car didn't even have a driver's license at the point of the accident. And in case records, he has other incidents of this same nature. So we know he didn't have a driver's license because of his court records. Yeah, I'm drinking out of my... So that's the whole deal that's going on. The update that I put in yesterday, I didn't feel like going live because I couldn't keep the headache from going. So I figured I'd get online tonight and talk to you guys for a little bit, see how everybody was doing, and thank everybody for all the blessings. And someone just sent a donation on YouTube. Hang on, let me see who it was. Ban, thank you for that super sticker, brother. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Cassandra, thank you for that tier 1 subscription. So I'm going to stay live for a little bit, talk. No, I am not turning on no scanner. We're not going to be hearing no scanner calls. If you want to ask questions, I will answer them to my best ability. So I am looking for another vehicle, right? During the daylight. So I am ready to get back out on the street. I am letting my brain heal up a little bit more, but I am looking for another vehicle to get back out there. Can you read my message? Let me find it. Where'd you send it to? My page, my personal page, or the TW Lives? And I've been getting everybody telling me to call Mickey Fine. That would be the last lawyer that I would use. I've used Mickey Fine in a case that I had years ago. The man made more money off of me than I made. So using Mickey Fine is not my go-to. Yes, the police have seen all the footage. But what can they do about it? Nothing. Apparently, they know the guy's at fault. They know the driver's at fault 100%. They know they put him at fault 100%. But it only works if the guy has any kind of assets. And the only asset the guy had is he was being an ass. It's the only assets he had of him being an ass. Paul, thank you for that donation to Cash App. So that's the only assets the guy has going for him. He was being an ass, saying that I hit him. He wasn't driving. He was only doing 40 miles an hour. And then when he got to the hospital, he told the truth to the officers while he's at the hospital. And then he was laughing about it, like he didn't give a damn. So we've already been searching. I've had a private investigator I was talking to about searching, and there's no way to find him because every address, phone number that they can get on him is no good. So you tell me what else I can do other than fighting with my insurance, which they don't want to do nothing other than what they can do. So we're going through my insurance to take care of this. And that's the best I can do right now. As long as I get Mutt and his family taken care of to get it to where he's can survive until he gets better, I'm happy. Uh, yeah, my insurance will come around eventually. Like I said, it could take up to 4 weeks to 4 months. I don't know. I don't know how my insurance is gonna how I haven't had to use my insurance in something like this ever since I've had it. So I'm on the spot waiting on my insurance to take care of me. But as long as they take care of Mutt, I don't care. That's where the whole thing goes. As long as Mutt is able to be taken care of, I can wait. Uh, I can go back to driving truck. I can go back to the oil fields as an equipment operator until I have the time, until I get everything situated to get back into a vehicle. And all the money that I had put away, can I get a rental? No. I won't get a rental car. My wife has a car that she can get back and forth the kids to school, so I'm all right. Just ain't got no car to stream in. And I'm not going to get a rental car to put out on the street. Something was to happen to that, then what? You know? You can't smoke in a rental car. You get caught smoking in a rental car, you get fined. Mutt is getting better day by day. I talked to Mutt yesterday. He is doing better day by day. He's still in a lot of pain due to the broken rib, but he's healing. Long as he's healing, everything, I'm happy, you know? No, I don't want a rental car to stream in because how am I going to plug in all my equipment? You still got to have on a rental car. Am I going to plug in my scanner? How? How am I going to plug in two scanners without running a wire? And there it goes, error again. Sally, thank you for that donation to PayPal.
bell, then I fire it up. You can hear that turbo whine, the beast is ready to go.
The big white truck is down with the motor
Where
issue.
we get down, you know you just don't know. Come 8 o'clock, the scanners are on. The music blasting that TW song. Nothing any better when your family's strong.
But I have learned one valuable lesson in all of this. You want to know what that valuable lesson is? Stop buying better equipment. Put money away. So when something like this happens, I'll have money. Because every time I see a new camera or a new equipment, new microphone, new this, new that, I would buy it to update, to upgrade, because everything is a constant upgrade to get better footage, to get a better view, to be the best. Well, now, from here on out, what I have is what I'm going to have. What's broken is gone. I'm not going to worry about it no more. What I can fix, I'm going to fix. White Snake, thank you for that donation, brother. And White Lightning, like I've stated, I will not drive White Lightning on the streets again. For one issue with it, since I bought that piece of junk, it was a piece of junk. I put a lot of money into it to get it to where it would run right. I still got to take the heads off and have the heads redone on it so it stops smoking. The rings got to be redone on it because it's already been talked about. Oh my God, when T-Dub drives that, it smokes. Oh yeah, it smokes. And that's the last thing I want to get a ticket on. A car smoking too much. Get me for public, what is it? What was they calling it? It's funny when a diesel motor rolls coal, but it ain't funny when a gasoline motor is rolling coal. You know what I mean? It's funny to see a diesel truck or a diesel pickup rolling coal down the road. Not funny for a gasoline motor to be rolling coal down the road. Because that's just white smoke. Yes, they'll get me for a smog violation. The beast, the motor's got to be pulled. The transmission and the motor's got to be separated. The rear main bearing, the rear main seal on the back of the motor leaks oil. So to fix that, I got to pull the motor apart, put a new seal back in it because it leaks a lot of oil. Well, let's not say leak oil. It marks its territory. Hey, G-Maw, how are you? Sorry I ain't been real chatty, whatever you want to say, in all the messenger chats that we got. But I went to a car lot yesterday. I got approved to get a pickup. But then some old shit happened over a tax, not a tax, identity theft. I had identity theft on me about 10 years ago that is still being bullshitted around with, that they haven't took off my record. So I got approved, but then they turned around, well, you had identity theft? I said, yeah. So instead of wanting the down payment that I had, they wanted to add it up to $5,500. I'm like, you guys are crazy. But if I had the $5,500, I would have already had it, which no problem because the payments would have been lower anyway. Yeah, White Lightning is a Ford. So I got approved with the $5,500 down payment, but didn't have the $5,500 for the down payment because of my mind. That's why I had to log out of Amazon. I logged out of Amazon so I didn't have to deal with it because every time I see a new device on Amazon, I would buy it. And the motor for the white truck, for the big white truck, I even thought about buying a motor for that and putting in it, but they told me it would take 2 months to get it. Oh, you like my little fireplace? Where's the thing at? Hang on. Why ain't it working? Hang on. I gotta plug it in. Hang on a second. There, that better? The motor in the okay, in the state of California, the Yukon is a 2005. The white truck is a 2014. In the state of California states it has to be the same year or newer to put it in a vehicle in the state of California. So if I put the 2005 motor into a 2014 vehicle, I wouldn't be able to drive it because of the fact that, one, they couldn't state ref it because it's an older motor. Two, I would have to have it smogged, and to do that, I'd have to have a dirty smog done on it. But if I ever got pulled over for having that motor in the truck, they would impound the truck because that's a hell of a modification. And the wiring harness that's in the truck is for a V6, so I would have to completely do the entire wiring harness to put a V8 in it. So emissions in the state of California sucks ass. Because I found a 5.3 liter V8, I was like, yeah, I could put that in there. And then I started thinking, the motor that's in it's only a V6, so it's only got a harness for a V6, not a V8. And the V6 that's in it is that eco motor. So I would have to change a whole lot of stuff to put a regular V8 in it. Marianne, I have never had this many problems in my entire life until this accident hit. Alex, I'm going to ban your dumb ass if you keep that shit up. How the hell, if I was a damn baller, I'd have brand new cars instead of buying old cars? What, you and your butt buddy Daniel drinking? Yeah, cash flow. I can buy a new motor for the white truck, but it'll take 2 months to get it here. I've already been looking at that option too. How you doing, Alexander Foster? But I am healing up. That is the best thing, that I'm feeling better. Like I said, I have been looking. I have been looking for a new vehicle to get. Uh, and then me and the wife have been talking that once we get the new vehicle, I'm gonna start selling off my old junk to keep up on the new vehicle. Higgins has a three of the LV3 four cylinders. But what was the price on them? The price that I'm finding was the price that I've been looking at for remanufactured is 5,500 for a rebuilt motor. Um, I found one for 4,300, but it'd take them 2 months to get it here. But like I've said already, I'm not, after this accident, it's going to be the same size vehicle or bigger that I'm going to run with. No, that's not even installed, Ralph. I got to pay somebody to install it. You would like my alcohol? Oh, it's back there. Let's see. Who likes this right here? And then we got the Seshi double over here. I'm about ready to take a shot. And thank you, everybody that has been purchasing the coffee. Thank you, everybody that has purchased coffee this month. I don't know who likes this right here. Yes, I do sell coffee under twlives.online. Cassandra, you want a toddler size TW Live shirt? Go to twlives.net. On the website, you can purchase, I think that size of extra small. Can I get a car from the shop? What does that mean? I have never been a big rum drinker. The other day I picked up this one. You have 473 bottles of unopened liquor in your hutch? Jeez. The shop that we have, we no longer have the shop no more. So we're moving all the cars out. I am looking for another shop to set up so I can have another shop to put my vehicles at. So the shop that we were currently had, we no longer have it. So we are looking for another place to set up shop at. That Tennessee Fire put a little patch of fur on your chest, man. I'll tell you some stuff that will put some fur on your hat, on your chest is right here. I'll tell you something that put some fur on your chest. That's that single barrel. This right here stands up. If you guys know what Pappy Van Winkle is, you guys ever heard of that alcohol, Pappy Van Winkle? That bottle right there stands up to some of their good stuff. Have you noticed me take a drink? I don't. I have it there just for looks. You know, throughout this whole ordeal, I haven't took a drink of it at all. I haven't took a shot of it, nothing. But I'll tell you what, I have wanted to, but I didn't do it. I have wanted to, but I haven't. But yes. Oh, this one don't have a name on it. I have to go get it out of the house. Alex is probably shit-faced drunk right now. But yes, it just sits there. I know I can drink whatever I want when I want, but I haven't touched it because of the fact I don't want to have that issue in my life. So it's there just to be there to sit there. Maybe every once in a while I'll take a drink, I'll take a shot in one of these right here. That's only a 1 ounce shot. Software complete. I'm well, those shot glasses came with that bottle right here. With that Skullhead vodka. How you doing, Red Sis? Alex can be my designated driver. Yeah, okay. Alex as my designated driver. Come on. Too many ounces to give you the bounces? Yeah. What's up, Ricky? How's it going, brother? Mike, thank you for that purchase on the coffee site. They have a chase happening right now in town? Well, I ain't going to be able to get on that one. What's up, M. Khan? I can still do this, though. Watch.
Female. Male. Baby.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Pro.
There you go. Oh, yeah, the TW Lives flag is right there. You know, even though I'm having this much issues with PPD, I still will support the men in blue. As you can see by the flag, I still show my support. Even with all the issues that I'm having, I still back the badge. Thank you, Mike, for that purchase, brother. I'm feeling a lot, well, my body is feeling a lot better than what it did. My mind is still screwed up. My brain is still hurts. I still get the headaches. Jason, every time I light a cigarette, you get up and go light a cigarette? Jeez. So I still will back the blue no matter what, even though I'm having all these issues. But still, I still back the blue 100. MM, yes. You love the Chipmunks?
Baby.
Why do you like the chipmunk so much? Mutt's doing all right. I think I could even do the music on it. Let me see. No, I can't. I gotta do it on another phone. I haven't got the message yet. I'm looking for it. Where'd you send it to by chance? The Facebook page or my personal? Alvin is watching. Alvin ain't gonna sing. No, no, no. Southbound 99, speeds of 85. Alex, go chase it.
Pro.
Alex, go chase that call, fool. Get you an Uber. Drunk ass.
Female.
Hello? This sounds just like my wife when she's yelling at me.
Pro.
I want to buy a dirt bike so I can start it every time she starts yelling at me so they both sound the same, you know? Nag, 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 nag. Yeah, right now she can catch me too. Fenry, thank you for that donation to PayPal, brother. That's the shoulder I gotta look over right now to make sure she ain't coming out with a damn frying pan to throw at me. So the other day, somebody sent me a message about donating a Lincoln Navigator to me. I've just been waiting on that message back telling me I can go look at it, but I'm not holding my breath on it, you know? I have sent the messages to find out, never got a response to it, so I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't watch hockey. I've never been a hockey fan. I sure wish I was able to get back out on the streets. I'm missing it. My addiction to the streets is kicking my ass that I'm not able to get out there to chase calls. As soon as I'm able to pick up and get another vehicle, I will be getting it ready. As soon as I'm able to buy one, I will be back on the streets within days of getting one. But everything that I have right now is either broke down or totaled. So Wow. You know how many missed phone calls I have on the call-in number? Jesus. But I don't want to do no call-ins tonight. You know, I would rather read the messages that are typed into chats. Y'all get me, the last time I was doing call-ins, y'all got me a little teary-eyed. But I was chopping onions right here too, so hey. I don't want to cut no more onions up tonight. You want me to auction off a future ride-along? What's up, Bo? Yeah, you can put it in chat if you want to. What would I do if she comes up behind me and chases me with a frying pan? Well, first off, she won't get that close because she don't like being on camera. So I think she would just open the door and chuck it. Then I'd have to pull off my Spider-Man moves and haha, you missed me kind of shit. But my Spider-Man right now is slow too. Yeah, John, I was looking at the seat on the driver's side. He hit me so hard I did break the seat on the driver's side. Yeah, Slothman now. See, all I know is the guy is 26 years old. The drunk driver that hit us is 26 years old. So, the only information I have on him, he has prior cases of drunk driving, prior cases of driving without a driver's license, prior cases of assault and battering against his wife, and willfully harming a child. That's all I know. I don't have nothing else on him other than what I ran his record. And in the state of California, if it's open to the public to see somebody's record, you can run somebody's record. I just can't give off his name until after all this is settled and done with. And the guy that owned the car, I looked up his name. There's like 500 of him. They range from 21 to 68 years old. Over 500. Because the last name is a very... if you had a phone book, his last name would take up most of the phone book pages. And my tooth, I got to deal with my tooth my way now. They're not going to cover my tooth since the guy don't have nothing. Even the guy that hits me, his last name takes up half a phone book. So all the information I have for now on the guy that I have to keep hush hush is private until after this is all settled and done with. Then I can give out his name. But until then, I can't. Travis, let me know if I am right. I am Navy, remember? I have. The only reason why I stated that he was military is because that's what I was told, and that's what I was hearing, and that's what I've been reading in chats, that he is military or ex-military. I don't think he's in the military anymore. I think he's no longer part of the military because of all the shit that he has against him in the notes, in the criminal record on the background check. So I don't think he is part of the military anymore, especially with spousal abuse and willfully harming a child. He has multiple DUI cases, multiple driving on a suspended license. So I don't think he is military, or if he was, he's probably no longer military after a couple of the charges that he's got. Because I know willfully hurting a child is a felony. So that right there gives you guys enough information on this guy that, yes, he is a real piece of shit. So that should give you guys enough information that this guy don't give a shit about the terror that he has caused. The terror and the nightmares that this man has caused to families already. Because the night of the accident, I was told, well, he stated that he was an Army Ranger in the Army, in the military. Well, wow. If he was an Army Ranger, and what the hell has our world came to? And that's out defending our country? No, his last name's not Rodriguez. It's Hernandez. So the last name is Hernandez for one of them and Garcia for the other one. And Hernandez is a very, I forgot what I was going to say. Hernandez and Garcia are two last names that are that is a common last name. Last names. Like my last name, if you say West is a common last name in the state of California, wow. You could put West and it'll pop up my name or my family. Because there ain't too many West in the state of California. There is, but there's not that. I don't think there's that many in Bakersfield, California. But yeah, he should be in jail for the rest of his life. But to get arrested at 5 a.m. and to be able to post bond by 4 p.m. in the afternoon, what does that tell you? It's bullshit. Now for him to go to court, they're probably going to have to hunt him down. And since nobody passed away in that accident, he'll probably stay free. You're a West in Pennsylvania? The only Louis in New York. Hey, Eric, thank you for that donation the other day, brother. I really appreciate it. There's been a lot of donations that's been coming in while I haven't been live. You know, I really want to thank every one of you for that has sent in the donations. You guys have been a blessing. I know that times have been rough, but you guys have really, really helped me and my family. But we will be making a comeback stronger than ever when we can, when I am able to come back and get back out on the street. I'm hoping sooner than later. Yeah, back east, back in the southern states, West is a real common last name. What's up, neuropathy? But yeah, like I say, once I'm able to get the money all put together to get the down payment for that new truck, I will be picking it up and then getting rid of some of the stuff that I have to make room for the new one. So I will be getting rid of the Ford truck. The Beast is going to be gone as soon as I can get it out of here. The white truck, I'm going to get it fixed, but it's going to take the time to do it. I can order the motor, but it'll be here in 2 months. Then I got to pay somebody to put it in, and I don't know what they're going to charge. I don't have the tools of the shop to do it myself, or I would. It's been rough. The last week and a half has been real rough. Watching Roger streaming, watching Roger on the street. It's been rough on me because I want to get out there. And Roger's been a hell of a blessing to my family too with what he's been doing. You know, when he created him and his daughter Selena and Adrian, son-in-law Adrian, created the GoFundMe account for me and Mutt. That was one hell of a blessing because my pride wouldn't let me do it. I couldn't bring myself to creating it, but he called me and said, it's done, it's up, it's going. Nothing you could do about it, basically. But it's been one hell of a blessing. I have put some of that money away so I can get a car down payment once everything comes together. It has helped me take care of my bills that... Who's this? Hello? 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 See what I'm hearing when they call? Hello? Yeah, who's this? Who is this? Hello, who is this? Hello? Hello? I ain't got time for your shit. Jesus. So yeah. Oh my God. Jared, thank you very much, brother. And everybody is part of the TW Lives family. Even if you're new here, you are inducted into the TW Lives family. But if you become a rider in the vehicle, you do got to go through your initiation. You still have to do an initiation if you get into the vehicle. Y'all know what the initiation is, right? Thank God I don't have to do it. I don't know how that was a butt dial. I've never seen that phone number in my life. That is one of those phone numbers. If you call me on a phone that I have never seen or never got a call from, and you butt dial my phone number, your butt hairs are doing something special. No, Waterboy, I do not have a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue Label. I have the black label of Johnny Walker. I don't have the Johnny Walker Blue Label money. Oh shit! I gotta block that phone number. If that's Parrot, I gotta block that number. Sounded like they were at the Casablanca together. Yeah, Dwayne, I am feeling a hell of a lot better. I have to go this Friday to see my doctor to get the MRI results. I still get the massive headaches from being in the concussion. My shoulder still does hurt. Warranty on the Yukon. Can we get that in for a recall? Can I turn the Yukon in for a recall on that? What would we call that recall on the Yukon? With the back end being collapsed. Yes, my little buddy Ethan over there, Mr. Yeet Yeet. Yeah, missing the whole ass end of it. Can I get a recall on that? Yeah. All I did was take it in for an oil change and it got out of the oil change with no ass end. Just exploded. Yeah, half a Yukon. You know what I can do? I could probably chop off the ass end of it at the back door and make a Yukon pickup, right? Well, no, there's no back seat. Have to cut it off at the front of the back door. But yes, the Yukon will always be with us as long as I could possibly keep it to do something with it to show the younger generation that this is what's possible to happen for drinking and driving. So it will stay with us in the TW Lives family of cars, but it will be mounted to a trailer. Free to Chill, thank you for that donation, brother, to on the YouTube side. So the tank will still be the tank, just half of it. Kevin, I've already talked to my insurance company. I told them I want to buy it back, and they said yes. So as soon as they're done, once they come and get it, they're going to take it to LA to do all their investigations and then the appraising of it. Then they are going to bring it back to me and sell it back to me for whatever, whatever. And then it will be mounted on a trailer to go to events. Yeah, park it in front of bars. Pull it behind me on Fridays and Saturday nights when we go to the bar. So these dumbasses can see what they may or may not do if they leave the bar drunk. No, I'm buying it back for what I'm going to do with it. You know, this is something that I wish that would have never happened to me or anybody else. But this happens on a daily basis around the world. You know, we talked about it like the other day. You know, everybody blames everything on everything else. They blame it on guns for mass shootings. You can't blame a gun. A gun ain't gonna cause a mass shooting. It's the idiot human behind the gun that's got to do it. So you can't blame a gun. You got to blame the human. Just like drunk driving, you can't blame the car. You got to blame the human. Now, if it was a Tesla, yeah, you could probably blame the Tesla because they're the ones that you could just put in an address and it'll go. But you cannot blame a material object. You have to blame the person behind the object to do what the object is going to do. You know, I heard, since this has happened, I've heard one person tell me, why don't you go find the nightclub or the bar that he was drinking at? Sue the bar for where he was drinking. How do you sue a place of business that sells you the alcohol? You can't do that because of the fact that they didn't know that they were going to go climb. Well, it's a coin tossed. You don't know that they're going to get shit faced drunk and go climb in their car. You can't make them not do it. You can't stop them from getting in a car. You can't. That's like they say, let's ban guns in America. All right, ban guns in America. Do you think the criminals are going to care that the honest, law-abiding citizen, you ban the gun from me because I'm a law-abiding citizen, but what about the criminal next door that has more damn guns than an arsenal at BPD? Are you going to go take their guns? Are you going to ban the criminal from having a gun? No, you can't. So an establishment that sells alcohol or whatever, you cannot just go sue them because what are you going to prove? I'm going to go sue the Gatsby because they sold alcohol to somebody and after the bar closed, they ran into somebody, into a family and killed them. You cannot sue the establishment. You have to be able to sue the person that was caused, which was the human being. But in this case, like I got going now, the human being that was doing the drive, that did the crime, doesn't own nothing. Doesn't even have a driver's license to be driving. That's like, Director, that is true. People have sued the gun manufacturing companies for what? Because they manufactured a tool? So if I go out tomorrow and take a shovel and beat someone to death with a shovel, are they going to, or something happens, somebody beats somebody to death with a hammer, are you going to be able to sue the hammer company? Because a human being used a hammer to beat somebody up with it? Director, you ever got drunk at a bar before? I have. But did I drive? No. I had a designated driver when I did it. The banner's right up here, Darren. The big banner here is here at the house. We got the big banner. We got all the banners out of the Yukon. But who can honestly tell me that you haven't been to a bar and had a drink? Well, a lot of people probably haven't. But but we don't know which bar he was drinking at. How do you find out where he was drinking? Explain that. What if he was drinking at his house? And then he decided to want to go down to the bar Friday night. He was headed in that direction towards a bar. So who knows where he was actually at drinking? Yeah, I do carry uninsured motorist. All my cars got uninsured motorist. So for that, we're covered. But have you ever seen your own insurance wanting to pay you money? Who has insurance companies that just want to give you money because somebody else hit you? So who knows that if you work for an insurance company, tell me, do they want to give you money even though you're the one that pays them for the insurance? Your own insurance, you got hit by a drunk driver, so now my insurance has to pay me. So they're going to want to take their precious time to figure out exactly what happened. Even though I've sent them the police report now, so they know exactly the guy was a drunk driver, but still, at the end of the day, your personal car insurance doesn't want to pay you because they're not going to get nothing in return from the guy that hit you because the guy that hit us is MIA now, missing in action. And like I said, the lawyer that we had, I did have a lawyer involved. A lot of you that know who I am, that I've been around how long, y'all know that I have a lawyer. I have a lawyer's office that sponsors TW Lives. That is part of the TW Lives team. They've been sponsoring me now for 2 years. So that's the lawyer that I went through. So I know he wasn't going to cheat me over when he told me, Travis, it would be cheaper for you to do this than it would for me to get involved because if we get involved, we're going to have to charge our percentage of the winnings. So he told me straight up, do this, deal with your insurance. And if your insurance doesn't want to deal with it the correct way, then we'll get involved. So I said, okay. I called my insurance and dealt with it to get this in, to get rolling. Old Humble, I have the best law firm in Kern County handling this. It's the biggest law firm in Kern County that was handling this. And I don't give a shit if you call the lawyer because they're all personal friends of mine and they do watch the live stream. So you can call them saying I'm talking shit and I'm not. Like they told me, it would be better off for us to do it the way I'm going to do it now because they won't have to take a cut in what's going on. So the law firm that I was using is Chains, Comb, and Walking. Shit, what's the last name? Chains, Combs, and shit. It used to be Styles. Let me see. Chains, Cone, and Clark. That's the law firm that I use. That's the law firm that takes care of me. That's the law firm that is a sponsor for TW Lives. So if you ever get into an accident, they will get you the most they can get you unless something like this happens to where the person don't have insurance, don't have no kind of assets other than being an ass. So he did me a favor telling me I should do this on my own. Told me and Mutt to do this on our own so they don't have to take a percentage of the little bit of money that my insurance is going to cover. because if I would have kept him involved in it, so if Mutt was to get a X amount, 15 to 33% of that X amount that the lawyer would have to take and keep. And I wouldn't want a lawyer to go pro bono on it because of the fact that he's doing a job to help me sue my own lawyer, my own car insurance. That ain't good. So, but they are renowned, the best lawyers that I've ever came encounter with. They have taken care of a lot of people in Bakersfield. They take cases from all over California. If you walk into their building, you will see the cases that they have went up against and won. Millions. Yes, so the lawyer did give me, I did do the consultation with him. He gave me the free advice. He said he got the police report. He told me the whole entire police report. That's why he said the guy has nothing. The dude is like a ghost. He has nothing. No car, no house, no property, nothing. No driver's license. He said, so it would be cheaper for you to do it this way than to have us involved because the guy has no asset. The only asset to be had is the assets that I have with my car insurance. And that's what insurance companies are for. Kevin, I'm still lawyered up. They're still my lawyer, but they're letting me deal with this until I can't deal with it anymore. So if I call them tomorrow and tell them that, well, I need you to step in, they will step in and handle it the rest of the way. They've already told me that. But he said if whatever I can do by myself to do it, when I get to the point where I can't handle it no more, he'll step in and take care of it. So I am doing everything I can do just to get Mutt and his family taken care of. I don't give a shit. I just want Mutt to be taken care of on this. Sparkling One, thank you for those biddies. And what's up, Nubbins? And Raiders, how you doing? Cassie Brady and all the Nubbins, St. Nubbins Raiders on the Twitch. I don't get to play all that cool music that Nubbins gets to play because I get banned. So that's the what we're going through right now is dealing with my car insurance on the uninsured motorist. And my lawyer did a hell of a job already getting everything started, telling me what I got to do and how I got to do it. And yes, I do pay for the uninsured motorist. So I am going to be taken care of, but like I stated, it could take a week, up to 4 months, up to a year for them to take care of me because I'm having to go through my own insurance to do it now because the guy that hit us, the drunk driver that hit us, had nothing. I miss Nubbins doing the Macarena. What the hell, Nubbins? You ain't going to catch me doing no Macarena. But yes, if you ever have any issues and you need a lawyer in Bakersfield, if you're from the Bakersfield area or in California, get a hold of Chain, Cohn, and Clark, and they will take care of you to their best of their ability, unless you get into a situation that I'm in. And then they'll tell you, if you could benefit with more without using them and doing it on your own, or if you can benefit with them doing it and you're getting a good amount. So it all comes down to you got to weigh it out. And he weighed it out for me and told me what I have to do. So that's what I'm doing. And like I'd say, if I have a question, all I got to do is make a phone call and I can call their personal cell phone and he'll tell me what I have to do. Oh, I'm not signing away on nothing. I want that son of a bitch to burn. Like I've stated, I want that boy to live in a box when I'm done with him. If and when they start the court proceedings and the DA takes the case. So now it's all comes down if the DA takes the case against him. So I got to call back every 2 weeks to find out if the DA is going to take the case against the guy that hit us. So as soon as they take the case, they're going to send me and Mutt a subpoena to go to court. So that's what we're waiting on, the subpoena for the DA to take the case to sue the guy and see what he's going to get. So if they find out that the man's a millionaire, it's on like Donkey Kong. So yeah, Chain, Cone, and Clark, chainlaw.com. Look them up. Go look at their reviews. You'll see a whole bunch of 5-star reviews on them. So the car that he was driving, he did not even own the car that he was driving. Or if he owned it, he never transferred it into his name. Yeah, Jacob will be out there with his dog Ruger feeding him. Yeah, he may not have no assets, but he is an asshat. Thank you, tribute to Trixie. I'm just a small fish in a big pond, y'all, just like all of us, you know? We're just fish in a pond. I just happened to catch the hook that night. And it's been a shit storm ever since. Don Bo, yes, it is all over Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I was live streaming the accident. I was live when the guy hit me. But you're not going to see nothing because of the fact he rear-ended us. My camera was facing forward, so you did not see the impact. The guy hit us from the rear end. Is what a pride flag. This one? That's not a pride flag. That's a back the badge. That's the American flag with a blue line through it. That's the back in the badge. That was the night that you was on vacation in Hawaii, Kevin? Yeah, but you can still, if you watch the video, you can tell where we got hit. You'll know when we got hit because within seconds of the video, within seconds of the impact, the video went blackout. It blacked out on us. That's when it broke my camera. My camera is broke as of right now, but I gotta fix it. I got it. It turns on. It'll do everything but hook up to any kind of streaming device. So I'm going to have to open it up and put the new port in it for the HDMI. And no, I don't judge anybody by their, how would I say that? I don't judge anybody on the, I don't care if you male or female. I don't care if you're transgender. I don't care. I don't care if you're a guy that likes being with a guy or a woman that likes being with a woman. I don't care. As long as you don't get into my private space, I'm good with it. As long as you don't try to mess with me, I don't care. I've never had an issue. I got friends that are gay. It don't bother me. One of my best friends is gay, but it don't bother me. I don't judge him on that at all. So I was live and okay, what Darren just said, I was live until they actually turned the YOLO box off. But the camera was disconnected. The camera did get broke in it. When it blacked out, the HDMI port did break off. But the YOLO box is working. That's what I'm on right now, the YOLO box. Yes, he found a bail bondsman to bail his ass out by 4 p.m. the same day. He was out on the streets on bond at 4 p.m. Yeah, we're all human. It was Friday the 14th at officers were dispatched at 2100 hours. 2200 hours officers were dispatched. So 10 p.m. Twenty-one, 22, 23, yeah. 10 p.m. is when officers were dispatched to the scene. Yeah, 13 days ago. So, yes, he was bailed out at 4 p.m. the same day. So he's out on the streets walking as a free man and probably don't even give a shit what he done. And it sucks because now I'm sitting here in this house instead of being out on the streets doing what I love to do. And that's what's kicking my ass. That I'm stuck in this house, not able to do what I love doing, hanging out with y'all on the streets of Bakersfield. But I have been thinking about once we are able to go back, doing sometimes, here and there, doing a little travel, live stream traveling around, other cities. What do you guys think? It will take some time to get the money put back together to where we can go out of town. But I would love to start doing the little traveling here and there to other cities to stream what's going on around the country. And me and my wife has talked about it when we're able to, that jump in whatever I get and start traveling. You're in Delano right now, Chuck. What did you miss? On the 14th of April, Chuck, I got rear-ended by a drunk driver. Oh, I would love to go stream in Delano, bro. Shit. Could you imagine me in my hometown streaming the shit that goes on there? Yeah, the Denali my Yukon Denali saved me and Mutt's life pretty much. And that's why I've been so rough on looking at buying another one. I've been Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. I've been going through car lots, dealerships. But then you find one, there's like, damn, the one I was looking at, they wanted $10,000 for it. I'm like, will you take 5? Get the hell out of my property, they say. And it's like, oh, I know your voice. I'm like, what do you mean you know my voice? Ain't you that guy that streams? I'm like, will that help anything on the price of the vehicle? No. Then that's not me. Joking. Yeah. Well, I wanted 10,000, but now I want 12,000. Yeah, cuz can my voice get me a $5,000 discount on the car? Yeah, right. Yeah. While before this all happened, I did get to the point where I was only smoking a pack a day. Since this has happened, I don't even know how much I smoke anymore. When I'm in the house, I don't smoke. So I come outside and I don't want to be out here, so I don't smoke as much. But I come out here, I look down, I see a pack of cigarettes, and I just light one. Hell, the other day I came out here and I looked down, lit a cigarette, got a phone call, had a cigarette in my hand. When I hung up on the phone call, I lit another cigarette. I'm like, damn, no, I got 2 cigarettes I got to smoke. So the insurance company that I have, here's the shitty part of it. So y'all know the tank was down have some mechanical, with the mechanical issues, right? So while it was down, I downgraded the full coverage to liability because I wasn't driving it. I didn't want to pay that high rate of cost because it was down for 6 months? So I didn't want to keep paying a high rate on it for it just to be parked. So the day that we went and got it, I made a phone call to my insurance company. I told them to upgrade it back to full coverage because that's what I'm going to be driving again. So after we hung up, everything, I got the new paperwork, but they missed one thing on it. They didn't put it to full coverage. So all it had on it was the liability, uninsured motorist. It has 2 things of uninsured motorist for property and the other one, what is it? There's 2 uninsured motorist policies on it for property and liability. So when I called in to do the claim on it, I told them, and they're like, well, we made a mistake on our side that that it didn't go up to what it was supposed to when you called in that day. I'm like, well, can you fix it now? Well, it's already been in an accident, so we can't fix it. I'm like, well, that's some bullshit. So, yes, my insurance company, and then I got in the fight with my insurance company telling them, well, when this is over with, I'm out of here. I'm going to switch over to State Farm. So that probably wasn't very smart of me to say, but I was mad when I said it, so it is what it is on that part. So the insurance that I had on it was PLPD, property and liability. But like they said, I couldn't fix it after. Yeah, they did, Kevin. The guy that I talked to, my adjuster, said they heard the thing on it. It was supposed to be back to full coverage, but the lady didn't do it completely. So now I got to deal with it. So that's what I'm sitting at. So it wasn't it was an error on my insurance company's fault. Now that they can kiss my ass also. So that's where we're sitting at. So like I say, MUT is covered 100%. MUT is covered. that's the issue that I'm having now for myself, now that I got to fight against my insurance to figure this out. I thought they did do recordings, but I guess they didn't that day. So that's the issue that we're dealing with now, is me fighting with my insurance because they made a mistake. Because I'm not going to have full coverage on a vehicle that's sitting in a shop for 6-7 months. Would anybody have their vehicle full coverage just to sit there and just to sit underneath the sun? I don't think so. You know, when you got 5 cars on an insurance, when you got 5 cars on insurance, you're not going to have 5 cars when you're only using 2 of them or 1 of them to have full coverage on it. If they're all parked and you're only using the one that I was streaming in, so that's the issue that I'm standing with right now. And that's what we're fighting about. So the day that, and you can ask Darren, I was on the phone with him right there at the shop when I called my insurance company and tell them to upgrade it from, wasn't you right there, Darren, when I did it? So Darren was there listening to me when I did the upgrade, and it didn't happen. Because everybody, if you don't know, a person that carries a Class A license, if you carry a commercial driver's license, if you don't have insurance on your vehicle and something was to happen, no matter at fault or not, they treat a commercial driver, a Class A driver, as it was my fault, would have been my fault. So they would have took my driver's license from me for a year. So I keep insurance on everything that I own, even if I'm not driving it, because you never know when you got to jump in one of your vehicles and go. It has insurance. Even the white truck, I can go out there and jump start it. It'll run. Oh, it'll run. It'll do 5 miles an hour, but it'll run. And you'll hear that same noise that you heard that night when the engine went out in it. You guys was in here that night when I messed up the engine in the white truck. So it'll run. So yes, a commercial driver is considered a professional driver. Even if it wasn't my fault, or if it whatever happens, your fault or not, a commercial driver is considered a professional driver. So if you don't have insurance on your car and you drive it, you lose your license for a year if something was to happen. Darren, I can't road. I can have Jaron come up to Bakersfield in his Uber and drive me around. Jaron, how much is it going to cost me in your Uber to drive, to go? How you doing, Haley? Are you going to charge me Uber rates? You don't Uber no more? So yes, I've carried a Class A license since I was 18 years old. So I'm not trying to mess that up. Because you know how hard that is to redo that damn test to get your Class A license back? If it was bad when I did it, it's probably 3 times worse now to do that drive test. What the hell? I just dropped. What the shit? I just dropped down. Are we back? A Class A is a commercial driver. I used to drive 18-wheelers. I used to do over-the-road driving, truck driver. I used to deliver food to stores across the country. I used to haul heavy equipment across country. I used to be a tow truck driver. I used to do heavy wreckers. I used to go out with a big wrecker and flip them back up on their wheels. Yeah, the internet's acting stupid right now. But we're still alive. I'm alive. To get another vehicle. I do. Here's the issue. I don't want to buy no more. I don't want to buy another car on, I don't want to get any. So I am going to try to get a car through a dealership to where it has a warranty on it. To where I don't got to worry if something happens, it gets fixed. So that's what I'm looking for. Going to get a car through a dealership when I get the time. Well, not the time, the money to do the down payment. Like I was stating earlier, I got approved, but I had to have $5,500 down. I didn't have it at the time because my bills and my family are more important to me, Taking care of keeping a house, keeping a roof over my family's head is more important to me than anything else. So once I get all the money put back together to where I can put the down payment on a new vehicle, I will get a new vehicle and get it set up to run again. Can I go back to driving or towing? Yeah, I can go back tomorrow. But I won't be able to do live streams in a tow truck because companies don't want that to happen. I can't really live stream while I'm driving cross country because there's a lot of states that don't have internet service on the highways. Like through Arizona, Highway 40 in Arizona, 90% of that has no internet service. So I can make phone calls, but I can't live stream. Scotty, why would I buy a beater that I got to keep working on? So buying a beater ain't gonna profit anything if I gotta work on it every week. I miss streaming so bad. I get notifications every time Roger goes live, and it's like, damn, I could be out there. But I got hit by a drunk driver, and now I'm stuck. Christian, I got a lot of it still works, and there's a couple of stuff that I got to fix. There's a couple things I got to get fixed. And you damn sure can't run scanner calls from a company vehicle. That is true. Oh, I miss streaming too. And it's hard to come out here and stream because yeah, see, now my wife is in chat. See that? Talking about a pain in the ass he needs to get out. Yeah, see? And yes, I have been one hell of a pain in an ass to my ex-girlfriend. She's my ex-girlfriend and my ex-fiance. Yeah, I know I have hat hair. Yeah, woman, are you in here? Cassandra, I am staying strong as I could possibly be. The inverter that was in the Yukon, I wasn't able to get it out because of the way the back seat was. So once the Yukon gets back from what they're doing down in LA with it, once it gets back to Bakersfield to where we can open it up, I will get everything out of it. Once I'm able to take a jackhammer to the side of it. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend's in Facebook. How'd you get booted off of YouTube? I did just hit one hell of a internet glitch, so that could be it. The area of Bakersfield that I live in does not like cell service. Hey, woman, how does my ex-girlfriend and my wife get along? What? Hey, woman, can you make me a sandwich? I've been home for 13 straight days with her. Well, no. She left for she was gone the first weekend, and this past weekend she was out of the house. So I was cool. Yeah, see, she flipped me off and laughing about it. She ain't making me no damn sandwich. But I'll tell you what, yesterday when I went to the dealership to look at that truck, I love that pickup. It's an '07 Chevy Silverado LTZ 1500. It's lifted. That was the first time since the accident that I've actually been in the driver's seat of a vehicle. I took it for a test drive. I love it. I fell in love with it. And it felt good to be back in the driver's seat. Woman, will you please make me a sandwich? There's a white Chevy off a Snow Road for sale. How much? See, that's where we're coming down with the issue of how much. Because I only had so much put away. And then since I've been off, I've had to pay out for bill. I still got to pay my bills no matter what. Even if you get into an issue like I have, you still got to pay bills, right? Ray, I'm doing all right. Doing better than I was last week. But it did feel good to get into a driver's seat of a car or a vehicle. It felt good. Do I want to drive right now? I'm still in the anxiety phase of it, to where if a car comes up beside me too fast, it freaks me out. If I'm at a stoplight and a car comes up and I hear it coming, it freaks me out. I'm still in that stage where it scares me when a car's coming up on us. So, and then I was watching Roger earlier. He went to that accident, that bad accident off of Alfred Harold Highway. And that's when the PTSD kicked in. So I had to turn off his live. I couldn't watch it. Because it kicked my ass seeing it. But I do want to thank everybody that has donated to either the GoFundMe. Right now we are at $4,252 on the GoFundMe. I want to say thank you for everybody. We have had the donations through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and Zelle. I want to say thank you to everybody for that. We've gotten a lot of stars, a lot of super chats, a lot of biddies. I want to say thank you for all of that. I want to say thank you to everybody that has became a paid subscriber, a paid member, and a paid supporter on the platforms. You guys are a blessing. With all the donations and that you guys have done for me and my family, it's a blessing to us. How many miles on the 07? There was 110,000 miles on it. They only want $13,900 for it. So, but they wanted $13,900 with $5,500 down. With my credit. With my credit, they want $5,500 down. How is my dad taking all of this? It got to him. He calls me every day to see how I'm doing. Just like my wife, it took a toll on her. It still is, because now she has to deal with me every day until I get back out on the road. So it's taking a hell of a toll on me, because I want to be back out on the road and I can't be. Because I don't have the car, and I will not ever get into a small car and stream again. I want to be in a car like the Yukon that will take that kind of a hit. I don't want to ever do it in a small car. And I still got my 9 toes, asshole. I'm not missing no more toes since the accident. How you doing, knitter girl? Yes, Icon Omo. I did have insurance. What's up, Liquidator? I did have insurance. My personal insurance is having to take care of this. The guy that hit me had no insurance. Didn't even have a driver's license. Have I ever felt an impact like? Never. Never in my life have I felt an impact like that. Mace, thank you for that sub, that tier 1 sub for 11 months. You know, as a tow truck operator, how you doing, Teresa? as a tow truck operator, though, I will be honestly tell you, I've been to thousands of DUI accidents. I've been to thousands of hit and runs. I've seen it all happen. I've seen it all before. I've seen the accidents, been to them, had to help help out with police with the accidents to do investigations. I've had to use tow trucks to pick up cars because of what happened during the accident. I've been to a lot of accidents, but I have never felt an accident like that. I have never been in a I have been in a major I've been in 3 major accidents in my life. But this one right here was bad. You know, they always say the third one's the charm. Well, I walked away from it. You may be able to kick me while I'm down, but when I get back up, we're coming back bigger and better. Yeah, and uglier, but not as ugly as you, ODB. Yeah, Mutt took a lot of the impact because it was on his side. He did. Mutt got the worst of it because of the broken rib and the pin in. The only reason why I got out was because I thought there was which I probably shouldn't have got out because it made it worse on my part for getting out and walking. Wanda, I very much miss it myself. Start my own. You know what a tow truck costs? Even a broken down ass tow truck, you're looking at about $40,000. You would take a broken rib over a concussion. This is the first time I've ever had a concussion, and I'll tell you what, it feels sometimes throughout the day, if I wake up and I move too fast when I wake up, it feels like my head's in a vice and it just tightens down on me. If I do something, if I move suddenly, it hurts. If I start thinking, it hurts. This is something that it really hurts. So when I wake up in the morning or whatever time I wake up, I got to just lay there until I know that I can move. I find out Friday, free to chill, on how long if this is going to be a long term or a short term. I find out Friday. Yeah, Chuck, I went by a couple of the tow yards already. They were trying to sell a Toyota Sequoia. They wanted $3,000 for a Toyota Sequoia that was missing the catalytic converters, which are about $1,800 to replace. the tags were past due a year and a half, which is about $600. I'm like, bro, I'll give you 500 for it because it's going to cost me $2,000, $3,000 to get it back on the road again. Hell, a buddy of mine bought a car from a tow yard, got pulled over on his way home, and they impounded the car on his way home because they found drug paraphernalia in it. And he got to go to jail from buying a car from a tow yard. Got the paperwork, the lien sale to go home with it so he can start doing the work on it to get it ready. Got pulled over because it had no license plates. They impounded the car, arrested him for having drug paraphernalia in the car. And it was in the back seat underneath the seat where they hid it at. So he had to fight that in court, but he got off because he proved that he just bought the car from the tow yard on his way home with it to get it taken care of. So they dropped all the charges. He did get the car back, but he just had to go through all that time to get it situated. So buying a car from a tow yard, sometimes it's a benefit, sometimes it's not. When I bought the black car, it was an impound when I worked for the tow company. So I bought it from the same tow yard that I was working for. Before it left the tow yard, I stripped the car out, made sure it was clean. From the tow yard, I took it to the mechanic, had him fix everything on it. Then took it down and had it all cleaned up, the interior completely cleaned before I'd even let my wife drive it. So I bought that car back in 2011. I bought two of them in 2011. Identical. I bought the black one that you guys know, the Batmobile, and I bought a white one that matched it. But that brings me back to my wife. The white car, I was on the road driving truck. She sold it. When I stopped driving tow truck for a year, I went on the road. I come home. My white car was sold. Just messing with me. Some guy offered her $3,500 for it while it was parked at the house, and she took it. So I got home wondering where my car was at. Well, I sold it. They offered me $3,500, and I took it. Oh, ain't that about a bitch? I bought a taco truck. Some guy drove up and seen it, that it wasn't being used. They offered her $5,000 and she took it. My motorcycle, same thing. Sold it. But, hey, it is what it is. She sold the motorcycle because I was a dumbass. She knew what I was going to do if I went riding. Probably would have killed myself. Sold the taco truck because she knows that I probably would have blew it up cooking. No, I'm joking. Kern County on a taco. If you own a taco truck in Kern County, to get it registered to work with it, it costs a lot of money. When I bought it, I thought, yeah, I'll have it working within a month. No. To get it going, they wanted a lot of money. So I was like, I'll sell it. If someone offers you a certain amount, take it. Screw it. No, I don't have to get, I've already been cleared to drive. Other than the headaches, I can drive. I was never put to a point where I can't drive. It's just I don't want to drive right. I don't really want to drive or even be in a car due to the fact that the PTSD that I got, if a car pulls up on us, it freaks me out. But I got over it. I'm getting over it. Wow. You know, the only cars she won't allow, the only cars that I'm not allowed to sell is the black car, the white truck, and White Lightning. She will not let me sell White Lightning for nothing. Yeah, the PTSD part of it's going to be the roughest. I don't know how long it'll be before I can go to a bad accident because of it. Like the accident that Roger went to today. Nobody was fatally hurt, but just when he went to it and I logged in and seen it, it was like a nightmare. White Lightning has the police wheels on it, the pursuit tires. Oh, it did. How you doing, Astroglide? I'm feeling a lot. I could say a lot better, other than the head. But then again, I was always loony anyway. You know, I said my brain swelled. I'm like, well, as long as it don't swell to the point where my head busts. But you know, I had a lot of swelling to do for that to happen. We're we're still looking for a new shop. Uh, I know Darren's been looking for a new shop. So have I. But with this incident, with this happening, it kind of knocked me out of anything right now. I haven't been able to do nothing. Uh, Up till yesterday, I didn't do too much in cars other than what I really had to do traveling around. But I'm coming out of it. It's I'm getting better to where I can go and do more now. Yes, if you don't recognize, I am in the TW Live's home studio. You think you drank too much? Well, who's got a drink on them right now? Who's got a drink in their hand right now? My cough has disappeared. I don't have the cough very often, other than when I smoke 10,000 cigarettes a day. uh, I have talked to one of the lieutenants about the police report. I have talked to one of the lieutenants. They are going to amend the police report. I don't drink very often. I do take a shot every now and then, but not very much. Right now, I'm drinking Diet Pepsi. But I think tonight I'm gonna crack open one and take a shot. What you think? Never Bud Light. Never Bud Light. Even before all of that, never drink Bud. I never did like Bud Light. I think Bud Light identifies as piss water. All right, hang on. I haven't took no pain medication at all today. Nothing. I'm trying to get all away from the pain medication completely. I don't want to get dependent on any kind of pain medication. So, everybody put your cups up. That's the getting better and getting ready to get back out on the streets. Wow, ODB. Vodka plus your kid's Kool-Aid jammer, call it Wick on the beach. Damn it, boy. Lori, you think you was that 2 months? Ugh. So cheers, family. Free, as soon as I have the money to get a new vehicle, I will be back out. So all I'm waiting on now is being able to afford to get a car, a truck, or SUV. That's all I'm waiting for now, get another vehicle to put all the equipment in and get back out. Teresa, thank you for that 16 months and cheers, everybody. That's the first shot that I've had of alcohol in 1 month. And I don't take much more than that. Yeah, I only used to do it just to get to the point when I get home. I have never in my life had a drink and got in a car and driven. Never. I don't believe in it. %90 of the bottles you see behind me, I've had over here for a year, and not a one of them have had the seal broken. Well, maybe this one. I broke the seal on this one, and you can see but I've had that bottle for a year. And that's how much I've drank out of it in a year. So that tells you how much I actually drink, right? I miss being on the road. And now, if Seshi was to come by, I'd have to hide everything in the safe. And forget that I know the password. Pops is doing good. I talk to him about every day. He calls me. See, the only one I'd really have to worry about with Seshi is this one. Oh, here, Seshi. There, Seshi. I'll put it right there for you. You assume my wreck? No, I couldn't blame the wreck on Seshi. That wouldn't be right. But I'll tell you what, that peanut butter whiskey does taste good. Well, everybody that's getting ready to log off, thank y'all for joining in and thank you for your blessings and support in this time. I'm going to try to start doing this more often until I'm able to actually get back out on the road. I just had to get my mind right. That's been the whole issue. Getting my mind right and trying to figure out what my next move is going to be on how to get everything. Yeah, Don Bean. Yep. So that's been the whole deal, having to get my mind right to be able to actually go live. But I will start doing this until I'm able to get back out on the street more often. But I miss the street. I miss it. See, when I was CND, what we were told was at least 100-mile-an-hour impact. I don't know if he was doing 120, but we know for a fact he was doing 100 miles an hour plus. I don't know the exact speed. Mutt's doing better. He is getting better, just like everybody else is. Like me, I'm getting better. It's just my mind hasn't been right. ODB, I miss it. I have been missing it. I was going to go air up the tires on my 10-speed today, but I was thinking to myself, damn, if I aired the tires up on it, it'd probably go flat from my big ass sitting on it with all the equipment I got to carry. Could you imagine me pedaling my ass with a damn bicycle trying to live stream? I'll get there. I can't breathe. But guys, we have been live for 2 hours and 45 minutes on this Wednesday night. Wow, it's already after midnight. Shit. Sissy Lala, never have I've always hated Bud. I hated any cane that was Budweiser. I never did like Budweiser products. My drink, if I was to drink beer, it was either Modelo or Tecate. That's all I've ever really drank. Yeah, you guys would watch that laughing your asses off. Me yelling, I can't breathe. I'd have to have an oxygen tank with me. Yes, make sure the notifications are on, though, if you want to see me go live in the studio. Really, KY, weak sauce. Thank you guys for all the donations tonight. Thank you guys for all your continuous support and trying to help me get back out on the road. Like I say, once I'm able to get everything situated and get another vehicle, you know, and like it's been stated in the past, this is my only source of income. This is how I make the money to pay for my house, all my stuff, keep a roof over me and my family's head. But you guys are a hell of a blessing, and all the donations and prayers and that you guys have been giving us. Thank you all for joining in tonight, from me and my admins and my wife, especially my wife for putting up with my ass these last 13 days. Really putting up with me since I haven't been leaving the house, haven't been going nowhere, but bugging her. You know, I've gotten to spend a lot of time with the boss baby and my little grandson. I haven't really left the house, haven't been talking to nobody on the phones. Everybody's calling me. You don't call me no more. I'm like, oh, I forget. I haven't been talking to nobody. You know, just been home doing what I'm doing. I log into my Xbox, been playing video games. Everybody's like, well, why don't you go live playing your video games? Who the hell's going to want to watch me live streaming video games? Nobody. Watching me get my ass kicked in Call of Duty. But yes, as soon as I have the money to get a new car, to put the down payment on a new car, I will get it all set up and ready to go. I think I'm shy, because everybody's been asking me, I think I'm shy. How much was it? I got to count it. I'm shy. They want $5,500 down. I think I'm shy like $2,000. So I'm $2,000 shy of having the down payment on a new car. So once everything gets situated and I get back out there, it will be fun. Like I said, in the beginning, I'm going to run again until, I get to the point where I'm hurting to where I got to get off. But I am going to start looking into doing we've talked about it. I'm going to come back harder than ever. Once I'm able to get back, I'm going to come back harder than ever. Yeah, Don, it is weird how life events do bring back into a perspective. Because I know for a fact, if I would have been in my wife's car that night, I probably wouldn't be here today to talk to anybody. If I would have been in something smaller than what I was in, I probably wouldn't be here to talk to anybody right now. I do believe that vehicle saved our lives. I was joking with my wife. I was, I'm going to get me a sugar mama. She goes, I'm your sugar mama. I said, yeah, okay. I love you. But thank you all for joining in tonight. So yeah, I gotta whisper, I am taking applications for a sugar mama. Anybody want to sign up? I'll leave the application in my Facebook. Damn, see? I've already got a buzz. It only took a little bit. Shit. But there will be expectations on being my sugar mama, all right? No late night phone calls. No phone calls at all. I've already got a buzz. And all I took was a little shot. Shit. See how much I drink? Wow. Already dropping cigarettes? Yeah, sugar mama with no benefits. How does that work? But thank y'all for joining in. For me and my beautiful wife, thank you all. I will work on doing another one tomorrow night or tonight, however it works out. I'm going to try to do these more often because me being monetized with Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch will help me get to my goal faster to getting a new car. So, yes, I am monetized. So, every time that you guys are in here, it does pay me for you guys to watch. So with being monetized and the donations, I'm hoping that it does help out quick to help me get into a new car. So thank y'all for joining in. For me and my wife, we want to say thank you to everybody, our admins, moderators, dispatchers, even though I'm not using them right now, my co-pilots, and my pit crews. Always love for the family. Thank all of you for being around with your support and staying around while we're going through this here. Thank you all. Say it with me now. Say it with me now. Stay classy. Never trashy. One love, one family. See y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Peace.